Hi there. As the sun sets behind me, and I'm here at Chabad in the parking lot of Chabad of Pasadena, I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you a little bit candidly about this coming Shabbat and encourage you to join us. Let me start. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so how many words is a video worth? Let me start by showing you a little glimpse of what Shabbat of Torah looks like in years past. I know, right? So let me take a minute to tell you about the guests in residence that we will have this year, starting with Justice Richard Bernstein, who serves on the Supreme Court of the state of Michigan. Probably the first most relevant piece of information about him is that he's been blind since birth. And if those two facts are not crazy enough that he's made it to the Supreme Court and he's been blind since birth, he's also run more marathons than you can count. I think 28 or 29 at last count. One more interesting thing about him is that Justice Bernstein actually recently spent a couple months in the Middle East, in Dubai, in Israel, negotiating between the two and helping to write up and negotiate the Abraham Accords, the most recent peace process between a number of countries and the state of Israel. But don't take my word for it, he's an awesome speaker. You're going to want to hear him. Here's a little clip of him on the TED stage.
For it is through the chapters of hardship and challenge that we will come to find hope, joy, but most importantly, triumph. Let us celebrate life at its essence and life at its core. Let us celebrate the idea that extraordinary things can, will, and must happen for us all. But let us celebrate the idea that the body is mortal, but the soul is all powerful.
So let's take a minute to talk about COVID precautions. Of course, with the recent surge, we want to make sure everyone is safe. And so we have one gorgeous tent here at Chabad, and we will be putting up another one right here in the parking lot. So we will have two tents. One will serve as our shul, and one will serve as our social hall. So we'll be able to have davening and then meals. Each of these tents will, of course, have flaps open with lots of cross ventilation. And of course, in order to make sure that we're comfortable, we'll have lots of heaters, making sure that we're warm. No, I'm only kidding. I'm not going to be the chazan this week. This week, we have the pleasure of hosting Cantor Levi Blasovsky, or Rabbi Levi Blasovsky, who is a chaplain, a rabbi at the Chabad in Yorba Linda, and has a gorgeous voice. Just listen to this little clip of him.
Hashem Elokeinu Malochim Hamoini Hamoini
thing is, we won't be davening inside the shul. We'll be davening outside, which allows us to use this space to set up a beautiful game room. We spent a couple $100 buying all sorts of games. We'll be able to clear out the space and have space for the kids to play while we enjoy dinner or speeches that they find boring. They can play in here. So families are welcome. So what are you waiting for? At this point, all that we need is for you to register. How can you do so? Of course, PasadenaJewishAcademy.com/25 hours. If you can't make it to the whole thing, there are actually multiple ways that you can register for the Shabbaton. Let me tell you about them. You can choose to join us just for Friday night Shabbat dinner. That's $35 per person. It includes a farbrengen afterwards, which will probably last till the wee hours of the morning. You can choose to join us just for Shabbat day. $35 includes the entire afternoon. We're going to have services with a cantor, breakfast preceding davening at 9 o'clock a.m., accompanied by a class on Chassidut. We will have Stump the Rabbi panels throughout the afternoon, a musical, well, I should say, a cappella concert, and lots more happening throughout the afternoon. And of course, culminating Shabbat with a musical Havdalah. If you can only join us for that, $15, and you can join us just for Saturday night for the musical Havdalah. One thing that I should mention is that if you've got a large family, we don't want the cost of the Shabbaton to run you too much. $150, and that covers the entire family, no matter how many there are, 2 adults, as many children as necessary for the entire Shabbat, all inclusive. If you need a family price for only Shabbat day or only Friday night, please give me a call, shoot me a text message, and I'd be happy to arrange a special price for you. On that note, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a text message. My number is 626-788-3343. If you're ready to register, you can visit PasadenaJewishAcademy.com/25 hours. See you soon.